Stage lights cold as a winter rain. One breath, one prayer, then the world went strange. Crowd froze up when the thunder cracked. Truth on a mic and a life attacked. He talked about hope in a storming land, Bible in the heart and a promise in his hands. But a shadow reached from a coward's perch, cut down a son in the middle of church. And I swear if the tables turned the other way, y'all know there'd be fires in the streets today. But here we stand with candles and a folded flag, begging God for mercy on the road we drag. How dare they steal the breath from a faithful man? How dare they stain the grass where his boots once stand? They call us evil, point at our cross, then pull that trigger and reckon no cost. If it were theirs, there'd be sirens and flames, but we're praying for truth while we whisper his name. Charlie, we ain't letting go of your hand.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, good evening, Erie County. How are we doing on this Sunday? Just absolutely yucky night out. It was actually warm today. It was not too bad. I went outside, had a little issue. I bought myself a new 12-volt low voltage kind of checker to check voltage and making sure that wires aren't bad. And I had a bad fuse, and I wasn't really sure. With my new little checker, I was able to find that thing within a minute. Replaced it, boom, back on the road again. I know this is like breaking news, really important stuff. I have 3 entire idiot lights working on my heat controller. I'm so excited. I had to go out there. I walked out there last night just to make sure that I did everything right and they were lit properly. It's so nice to be able to see my heating controls in the middle of the night. Considering when you go out on the, good part of the fire department, when we get a call, it's always in the middle of the night and it's always yucky outside. So here we are. Well, let's see. Betty, Kim, Linda, let's see. Gwen, Stan. Oh, nice to see you. You must have been busy over the holidays, but that's okay. We kind of flip flop around on days. We will be back on Wednesday, just next week only. Again, only for next week because me have the days off because I only work part-time at my job that I can't talk about. And so they're like, just take the holidays off. You're only part-time. We got guys that need the hours, so knock yourself out. I'm like, okay, twist my arm. So here we are. It's a lot of things going on. Dave's here. We have a lot of stuff. Julie, thanks for coming in tonight. Going on, Minnesota. If I tell you what, if you haven't turned on the news, haven't heard a story about Minnesota, you guys must be like sleeping because that fraud, waste, and abuse that's going on out there is just getting exposed. And we got an interview with we got some video from Nick Shirley. He's the one that kind of like is out there with boots on the ground, making all these people like really nervous. I hope he's okay. I really am, because he is really rocking the boat to how much money that is getting scammed from these Somalians in Minnesota. And Tim Walz and his gang just Trump bad, Trump's bad, yeah, you're calling me a retard is hey Rusty, calling me a retard is mean and it's gonna start a civil war. Oh, okay, so here we go. We got a lot of stuff going on. We got some cool videos. We got some great videos. We've got some videos and stuff that will make you kind of tear up a little bit. So here we are. Again, it's nice to see everybody coming in the room. I hope everybody had a good holiday. The channels are all lighting up. Let's see who's winning right now. Of course, Facebook is, and boop, and of course YouTube. I'd like to thank and welcome all our YouTubers for coming in. We're really trying to get that channel up and running. We're working on Substack. We got Dave right out the gate. Hi, Dave. You're live.
Mr. Shank, good afternoon.
How are you doing, sir?
Oh, we're doing just peachy over here.
Yeah, your video came in a little bit late. Brenda had already downloaded and uploaded them, so you were just a little bit under the line. We'll save it for Wednesday.
No biggie, no biggie.
Yeah, double trespassers.
In less than 24 hours.
Lord, I cry. You're gonna have to put some like hand sanitizer, some potpourri out there for these guys since it's a bathroom. What are they gonna do when they sell the house next door?
Well, I don't know. We'll see what happens when who buys it. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I think we should buy it. It was a church. We should make it our own church. And we can be just like Chucky Nelson and have be ministers, and we can go online and get ordained and.
The church of what's happening now with the Reverend Shank.
Exactly. The Shank's crew. I'll bring my crew in, and we'll have our church meetings there. And watch it. Someone probably burn it down within a week. But so, what's going on in the Lower East Side?
Well, like you were talking about I want to touch on the paper today, the newspaper. Boy, it's all the talk about Mr. Schimber.
Oh, of course. What a great 8 years he's given us.
He's even he had a separate article by Mr. Who wrote the article? Let me see here. I can't remember stuff anymore. Separate article by where is he?
Well, you only got a handful of writers, unless it's an op-ed.
Mr. Kevin Flowers.
Oh,
yes, Mr. Kevin Flowers.
Yes.
And then not only that, he had another section here. I'm looking at it now in the Commons. It's called the Commons.
Oh, okay.
It's a separate part of the paper, and they got nice pictures of him here. He's got his boxing gloves on. He's boxing some guys. Must be throwing out the first pitch at the Erie Seawolves game, and he's got a Santa Claus hat on. And
of course, he was a PR kind of guy.
Yeah, and I actually have all his accomplishments in here too. They got all kinds of stuff in here.
Killed Roar on the Shore, basically destroyed the downtown.
Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. That's not in there.
What? Oh, come on. That would be his most famous things that he accomplished, was killing Roar on the Shore.
Here's some of the things he did. He stabilized the city finances. He celebrated rich cultural diversity and increased accessibility and transparency. He welcoming vibrant neighborhoods.
Right.
World class downtown in Bayfront.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely.
You could have fooled me if you ever take a ride down there and check it out.
Yeah. Well, it depends on where you look and what color sunglasses you have on that day.
Excellent education for everyone.
Right. Well,
invested $675,000 in grants and $1,750,000 in low-interest loans to complete the Eagles Nest Athletic Center.
Right. I know that.
More money for the Archbishop. Stimulated the local economy. But, it's fun. Like you said, Roar on the Shore is not mentioned, and neither is the rainwater that we're getting right now. We have to pay for that.
Well, good thing, because God gave it to us, and the Schember administration is going to pay to take it away.
Yeah, that's not in here. Isn't that a good thing? I mean, it's a tax. The city is they're benefiting from that tax, so that you would think that would be in here.
Well, I have to correct you. It's not a tax; it's a fee. Remember,
it's a fee.
It's a fee.
Yep.
You're
Mr.
right.
Graves. It's a fee.
Yeah, you got to be careful, because they fee you to death. That way, they can say we didn't raise your taxes. Well, they're doing it this year and the fees. So They
Right.
don't even try to sugarcoat it anymore. I don't know. We got Mayor Graves on here. We'll have to bring him in here to let's see if his people in his neck of the woods would appreciate a rainwater fee. They'd go get him and drag him down the street by his mustache.
Yeah. Then I see they also the city hired a consultant
Oh yeah,
about the
yes.
affordable housing in the city.
$90,000.
$90,000 for this guy to tell him that the city is a dump.
From Pittsburgh too. Of Pittsburgh, like they really understand Erie compared to Pittsburgh. You know, let's not hire maybe a local consultant or maybe a local guy that can run it through an AI and kind of come up with the same conclusion. So that's probably what they're doing is they're running it through an AI program. And here we go. We put about 500 hours into this thing, and they took them 5 minutes on the computer.
Unbelievable. They spent that money for this guy to tell him that the average rental is $795, which is unbelievable as far as I'm concerned.
It's called Google. It's amazing. And all that stuff is on the government websites. They track all this stuff.
Where in the city would, I don't know if I'd even pay $795 a month to rent a place in this city.
Well, you think about it. There's some nice houses that are for rent. I mean, it's like on my street. I mean, I know I'm not in the city. I'm out here in the creek, but we have people that rent an entire house. So
right.
I'm assuming, you know, it's not just like a 1-bedroom studio apartment. It's like someone would rent a house or a flat. Would be a little pricey. I mean, and I get that, you know, that's so they average, it's an average, you know, they say, well, here's your, and then Section 8 housing is all set by the government. So they figure, whatever that, I think that's like $800 and they probably factor that in there. You know, it's just all about skewing the facts and, you know, that way they can say, well, look what we did. We did a survey, you know, Jasmine just bought a house, has to take classes on how to manage money for her house, but she's in the paper running her mouth about how great this is. You barely even know what a mortgage is because basically everybody gave you your house. So you know, talk about the hypocrisy of the Democrat Party in Erie.
Yeah, and she's going to tell you on how to run your financial
right.
Life.
Yeah, you got your house for free and got $10,000 of grant money to buy your house and. You know, gimme. That's what Democrats do. You know, you people in the city, not you personally, voted for this. I don't want to hear about it because you had the opportunity during an election cycle and, you know, vote blue no matter who. So you get what you vote for. Now, it's funny to watch people on social media pissing and moaning about these taxes. We're going to get a tax increase in the city and the county. Democrats, don't know what to tell you. Y'all want to be in charge until it's time to do in charge stuff.
Yeah, it's just unbelievable.
I feel for you. I do. We haven't had a tax increase in Harbor Creek in over 30 years. Now we've had some fees and stuff, and that's fine. That's fine. We have to pay for our services. You know, we don't have to fight with the city to get our streets plowed. You know, they come by here. You know, I live off a side street and I get hit, you know, with the plow trucks a couple of times
right.
during a snowstorm. I can't complain. I can't. Except when I see Kurt Heidecker, I swear to God, that Harbor Creek guy, he sees my driveway and he just veers just a little bit more to the right, to add just a little bit of more snow to my driveway as I stand there and shake my fist at him. No, Kurt's a good guy. I'm just messing with him.
Yeah. Well, one good thing that Joe Schimber, he's going to be out of office here, but he said he's going to take a little time off, and then hopefully at the end of January. He's going to be starting some work on something that's aimed at moving Erie forward. So we had 8 years to move Erie forward, and now apparently, once he's not the mayor anymore, he's going to start moving Erie forward, according to what the paper says.
Well, think about it. I mean, if you're a paid consultant for a nonprofit, which will probably be what he'll end up doing, is he'll be on a bunch of boards. He'll be consultants. He'll give him a bunch of money to put his name to a project, and you don't have to fight with Jasmine's. You don't have to fight with with Mo and the gang. You know, you really don't. You just, hey, this is what we want. And the board goes, hey, we like this. Let's go. So, you know, the politics are still involved, but it'll be some consultant. He'll be on a bunch of boards for like the Erie Museum or something like that. So I
Well, I
think,
don't think he fought too much with the Democratic Council.
I know no, because they're all in cahoots together. They basically get what they want and what they get.
Yeah. Well, another thing I'm glad for him is he's living comfortably in the city's frontier neighborhood with his wife Rhonda.
Right.
I really feel real good about that. That he's living comfortable. I'm living pretty comfortable over here too in the Renaissance District.
Well, yeah. I mean, you guys, yeah, you guys got all kinds of folks running around out there. You got Mr. Blanks running around, Mr. Harrison running around. You know, the King Poobah, Majesty, Cardinal, whatever he is, Brock. You know.
Oh, he's an archbishop. Get it straight now.
Sorry.
Not a bishop anymore. He's an archbishop.
Oh, does he have to go to school, or does he just go online and print that out?
I believe you just name yourself, I guess. I really don't know.
Oh, I know. Just like, right. You know, it's like, I remember Captain Dan on the radio. Then he went to Admiral Dan. I'm like, what was he? Did he go to radio command school or something to become
promoted? Maybe the mayor promoted him.
I don't know. The city of Erie just makes me giggle. It really, really does. You know, I like to pick on the guys out here at Harbor Creek. Like I drove by Woodford Park and their pickleball court, and I said, "Hey, let's get these pickleball courts shoveled off. There's people that need to play pickleball somewhere."
Yeah, things will get a lot better now, anyways, too, because we're gonna be getting one of the county council boys, huh?
You guys,
Horton's
right?
coming on board.
Right, you know, yeah, you know, just like his favorite little term is when we're talking about $100,000 or 200,000. Oh, that's just potato chip money. Potato chip money.
Yeah, I wonder how much potato chips he's got in his house.
I don't tell you. I'm just saying that was his favorite little thing. You know, it's potato chip money. Why are we arguing over potato chip money? Well, I don't know about you, but $100,000 is a lot of money to a lot of people.
Yeah, well, he must be loaded, living down there on on the Lower East Side. There, he's straightening out the county, so
right
now he's got to come in here and straighten out the city.
You know, you're absolutely right. You know, you got to wear a funny looking hat and walk through the archway. Maybe that's why he did it, because he has a new arch. Maybe that's why he's the arch of the bishop. He's the bishop of the arch.
Mm-hmm.
See, yeah, Matt, that's you. You came up with that one, and I just made it better. So yeah,
January 5th, we'll get old Daria. She's going to be taking Karia.
Yeah.
So we'll be doing pretty good down here. All over the city.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, you guys got to really give her a chance. You know, you guys are.
Yeah.
You guys are pretty mean. You know, you got to give her new philosophies a chance. You know, bring all her experience from the failing Erie school board.
District.
Yeah. Got to give her that much credit. And let's see, you know, she's good at fundraising. I mean, you know, drag queens for Daria. I imagine that's going to be a big hit on Perry Square Monument. You just watch how much good she does for the city.
Well, she got $217,000 from Erie Insurance.
I understand that. I know that still irritates me that my when I write my check and I'm supporting a bunch of they're good Democrats. I mean, yeah, we should be quite not so hard on them.
Yeah. Well, that's all I got, so I'll be listening.
All right, man. Thanks for your boots on the ground update from the Lower East Side. Thanks, Dave.
All right. All right, bye.
Bye. I know Dave couldn't see it because I know he's on the phone, but of course I had to put my whole big little wait for it sarcasm loading sign up there because I wanted to throw up, but I didn't do it. Yeah, Dad Camper Reloaded. Well, that's going to be on the other side of the street. Walk across the street to the pizza lady and watch the shenanigans come out of that office. Hi, Kim, you're live.
Well, hello, Brian and everybody. I hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas.
Uneventful. That's all you can ask for.
That's right. You know, and I hope everybody's staying nice and warm and cozy in their houses right now, because I'm telling you what,
yucky.
Second week of January, Melanie Brew and I are planning a big get together to get people inspired to join the Erie County GOP.
I'm telling you. I mean, I get text messages, questions. Hey, you know, like, hey, you know, I don't know what I'm doing. I said, relax. We're just planting the seeds right now. We're watering them, and when it's time for you to sprout, we will make sure that we take care of you. We will walk you through the process, and we will get you on the ballot. You will get elected, and then you people, we, us, them, will have control of the local Republican Party through just the sheer numbers of controlling the committee, and that's where it comes down to transparency.
Yes.
Transparency. We're going to be transparent, and that's something
transparent,
yep.
Teamwork, lots and lots of fun activities, guys. We're going to get out there. We're going to start winning again. We're going to get that great feeling like we did when President Trump was running for office. We're going to get out there. We're going to work with early vote action. We're going to work with Turning Point, and we are going to have fun, and we're going to have fun winning.
It's going to be more funner. I know that's bad English.
It's going to be funner.
More funner.
Everybody's allowed to come sit at the cool kids table. We're going to have to get a giant size table for all the cool kids that are joining.
It's just going to be everybody there will be all the cool kids. Because, I don't know. I know, Tom Eddy, he resigned, and now I'm excited that we have the interim, Cliff Smathers in there. A smart guy, good head on his shoulder. I know him and I have had lots of conversations, and we cut a lot of wood for signs. So you know what? He's not afraid to roll up his sleeves and get his hands dirty, and that's what the Republican Party needs. And that'll be the interim until we get to our election cycle, and we'll see what the people want.
Right. And that's how it works, everybody. You'll get your petitions out there. You will be on the primary ballot only. Then we'll have a big reconstruction meeting in the early part of June, and that's when we will decide on all the officers, going from chairman, Brian, to vice chair, to secretary and treasurer. Okay. Yeah. And those are the people that'll be your executive branch. But we want everybody to come with all their great ideas. And speaking of that, Tom Lavery has been doing a lot of posts lately, speaking out about what's going on in the city and stuff. So when you see his name, or if you're not friends with him, please request a friend post with him, because I'll tell you what, this guy is smart as smart can be. He's going to be on committee. He's going to be a huge asset to us.
Oh, absolutely. He came to the meeting, and he brought that report. And boy, I tell you what, the old school Republicans sure heard some puckering going on when you read that report out loud to the group, and that didn't go over well. But hey, you know what? Yeah. Sometimes it's called hard love, and that's what it needs. That's exactly what we need, and that's exactly why they don't like me, because it's hard love. I mean, you're going to get it straight. Might sting a little bit, but it's all about the love, and it's about mission first.
Right. So we'll be having that meeting in early January. Everybody get ready. I'm going to hand you a petition for Mike Kelly for Congress, and one for Stacey Garrity for our next governor. Woo. They're going to need a lot of signatures. Where Mike Kelly's required to have 1,000. We're looking at getting 2,000 just to make sure.
No problem.
Stacey Garrity needs 2,500. We're going to need 3,000 just to make sure. We want to hand them Erie County. That's any Republican. Doesn't have to be in your ward or your district or anything. Any Republican in Erie County. So those should be easy for us to get signed.
I'm not worried. I mean, you know what? We have a really cool Stacey Garrity video with an update of how much money and that she's returned, and how the legislators actually agreed on something that will help us, the people, which I'm shocked. I really am. They both sides agreed on it. It passed. And Stacey we've got a video that will explain that to you in 2 videos.
Well, I'll tell you what, she was known as the Desert Storm Angel, but when she wants something, she can push it through. I'm telling you what, she's going to be a great asset for all taxpayers in Pennsylvania. I cannot wait until she becomes the governor. And speaking of that, we will have Mike Kelly and Jake Banta will have a petition signing event. If you guys want to mark your calendars now, it will be for February 18th at 5 p.m. We'll give you the location when it gets closer to that for security reasons. Myself and Tim Kuzma and a couple other people will be going to state committee early part of February. So if you have any messages you want to send to Stacey or anybody down there, make sure you let me know, and I will be asking lots and lots of questions, being the usual pain in the ass that I am, so we get our answers on things that we want to know, because these are the people we got into office. If we have a question, they need to be addressed.
Oh, I know. I love it when my phone rings and I look across the caller ID and it says Stacey Garrity. I'm like, I'm going to take that call.
Oh, absolutely. And you know what, everybody? She does not act like she's so high up and mighty and everything. This girl is so down to earth, and she's as beautiful inside as she is outside. and so transparent and so lovely and just a wonderful person. And anybody that knows me, it takes a lot to get me on your side. So if I'm saying she's a winner, she's a winner. As for the stuff that's going on in Erie, I don't know what to tell people. I have Democrats calling my phone, blowing it up. I have Republicans blowing up my phone saying, Kim, you need to lead the charge on this and that. And I go, why? I ran. You guys voted for this. So my hands are clean. I tried to tell you.
Yeah, we did everything we could. We helped you get registered. We helped you vote. We got you mail-in ballot, but you chose not to take a minute to fill out the mail-in ballot or come down to the courthouse and vote in person. We were there to hold your hand and walk you up the steps, open the door, get you through security, go down and see Tanya Fernandez, and you chose not to do that. So you know what? Sorry, you guys get what you vote for. And you guys voted for it.
Even
I don't hear about it.
Democrats.
I know.
Even
I understand
Democrats
that.
are crying to me, and I'm like, hey, you guys decided to vote blue no matter who. And you guys knew this was going to happen. I warned you it was going to happen. You didn't want to listen. So
Nope.
guess what? You got exactly what you voted for.
Oh,
and
I
I'll tell
know.
you something else. I'm really mad about the LRTA because there's no way that should apply to commercial businesses. Because, and I'm going to say it right out, because these people come in from other countries or what have you, they open up a new business, they're tax exempt for 10 years, they're not bringing any value to our community, and they hire these college kids that are here on school visas. So there's no revenue for our city whatsoever.
No,
And they're helping to bring it down.
Gotcha. And you've got valid points. These are points that we've been talking about for years. And now that the reality of you guys are really going to get it bad. I'm sorry, we warned you. And I hate to do this. Hashtag I told you so. It's just like when when Joe Biden was running with the clown. We told you. We warned you. You know what? And we sat back and we said, sorry, we told you. And and all the shenanigans come out of Georgia. And how they cheated. We told you they cheated. Oh no, it's the most secure elections in history. No, they weren't. You guys cheated.
No.
We know you cheated. Now we're proving it 6 years later. But yeah, I mean, any real closing? I just got a message. We're running a little bit late, so.
Yep. I just want to tell everybody, stay safe.
Yep.
Have a very happy new year. Try and stay off the roads if you can.
Stay
And
home.
with that, if you have any questions or anybody wanting to run for committee, please reach out to myself, to Brian, to Jim Kuzma, or Melanie Brewer. And with that, stay safe and joyful, everybody.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Kim.
Bye-bye.
Gotcha. All right. This first video that we've got is just truly amazing. It is the essence and the spirit of the greatest generation that has ever walked this earth. And by the grace of whoever you believe in, this representative of that generation is still alive today. It can pretty much walk on his own and still loved his country. You want to play that first video, Brenda?
And here to perform our national anthem, please welcome 104-year-old World War II Army veteran, Staff Sergeant Dominic Critelli. Ladies and gentlemen, Staff Sergeant Dominic Critelli.
104. I don't know if you guys caught his jersey. His jersey number was an embroidered 104. I mean, I hope I can still just move when I'm 104 years old, let alone to gone through a world war, and then still come out there and play. I'm sorry, I don't know what the instrument is, and just to do it so perfectly at 104 years old. And it's nice to see everybody started chanting USA, not because Donald Trump, because of we are USA. You know, what kind of instrument was that, Brenda?
It's a soprano saxophone.
See, I knew you would because you were a band girl. You were a band girl. But yeah, I mean, Donald Dombrowski. Oh my goodness, I haven't seen you. I know we talked to each other a couple weeks ago up at the Ambassador. Nice to see you. Appreciate it coming in the show tonight. But like I said, you know, we're gonna just kind of clip along the videos here. This next video is it's called Money Match. That was a legislation where the two actual parties did their job and actually came together for the good of what was that word? I'm struggling tonight. For us. So yeah, Stacey Garrity, please.
Yes, I absolutely love Pennsylvania Money Match. So it is a program that allows Treasury to proactively return unclaimed property back to individuals, single owner properties, $500 or less. And you know, it passed unanimously, both the Senate and the House. Imagine removing red tape from government. How great is that? So we just mailed our last checks for the year, just about 100,000, totaling $22.6 million. And in your listening area, people are going to get about 6,000 checks totaling $1.4 million. So if you get a check, this is a real program. It's real money. It's your money. Cash the check. You know, it is so easy to search for unclaimed property. All you have to do is pop open your phone, type in patreasury.gov/unclaimed property and put your name in. And if you need any help, just call our office. We have a call center and we are always so eager to help people get their money back. Oh my gosh, this program has been amazing. Since I've taken office, we've returned over $1 billion. And this is to hardworking Pennsylvanians. It is their money. We've broken 3 records. So the first record was fiscal year 22-23, and that was $274 million. And then we broke our own record, $289.5 million, and we're expecting to be over $300 million this year. So the program is really going fantastic.
How many politicians can look you square in the eye, look square in the camera, and go, I've returned over $1 billion of your dollars to you? Usually they're like, we need money, we need money, we need money. So there's the information from Stacey Garrity's office. Go check it out. I mean, I went online and I don't know, I got a check in the mail for, I don't know, it was a couple bucks, but hey, that's my money. I don't know where it came from, but it's my money. And just imagine before she came into office. Think about this. How much money she's saying that she has pushed out the office doors. They were sitting on that money. The governor and his cronies, before she took that office, were sitting on our money, and they were probably just reaping the millions of dollars of interest off of that money. No, that's our money. We need to pay our bills. We need to pay for gasoline, which is right around $2 a gallon. I've seen people on the internet, you know, $1.97, and the poor people in California are screaming bloody murder because an oil refinery, an oil company that's been in business for 140 years is like, that's it. We're done. We are done. We are out of here. We're moving everything to Texas. Goodbye, Mayor Longo. Man, we have 2 mayors in the house tonight. We got Mayor Longo and Mayor Graves. How lucky are we to have such great, leaders of men and people to come to our humble little show on this kind of, how's it going down in Slippery Rock, sir? I know it's kind of yucky, but it's warm-ish outside today. So yeah, I mean, that's good. I hope everything's doing well down there. Hope you guys had a good question there. Brenda's always on it. There's the patreasury.gov/unclaimed property. Click the link, put your name in, and see if she owes you any money. Well, not she personally, but the money she's in charge of. She's returned us tons of Purple Hearts that belong to people, medals that have been owed to veterans and their family. She has done a great job. And just imagine when we give her the chance to be the governor of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Oh, what a great, great job. We'll be up visit Erie soon. Let us know when you're up in the neck of the woods, sir. It'd be nice to see you and your family. Good. Yeah. So let's see here. This is now the breakfast place. How many people have eaten at the breakfast place? This guy is a online influencer. He goes around all over the place and does reviews of different restaurants. I put this little video up, and within a couple hours, I had over 1,500 views. So that tells me the breakfast place is doing the right thing. Brenda, play that video from this online influencer.
You have to specify it is not the breakfast place on Peach.
Oh.
It is the original breakfast place
on East
38th.
8th and McClellan. My bad. I get so excited. So I'm going to go there tomorrow. I'm hungry.
Pennsylvania at the original breakfast place. And from the moment you first walk in, you feel the warmth of a neighborhood diner. And the crew started me off with the East Side breakfast, which comes with 2 eggs, 2 sausage links, 2 pieces of bacon, and hash browns. Next, I started whipping up the frittata that comes with sausage, sweet peppers, onions, mushrooms, home fries, and a 3-egg scrambled blend. And topped off with mozzarella and banana peppers. But they weren't done yet. As I made my way over to my seat, they started pouring me a beautiful glass of chocolate milk, followed by a strawberry waffle brought out by the one and only Jean. Overall, there was the Greek fries, the beautifully made frittata, the East Side breakfast with sausage and bacon, the strawberry waffle, the Greek burger and Greek dog, and that cool chocolate milk with some toast. I started off with the sausage links and hash browns and eggs before receiving a 10 out of 10 photobomb by Jean. She's the best. Every dish was so tasty and just felt like home. I'm going to 8.6 flavor bombs out of 10 for the East Side breakfast, and a 9.2 for the frittata, and a 9.3 for the strawberry waffles. And then switching gears to the lunch menu items, the Greek burger, the Greek fries, and Greek dog get a combined 8.4 flavor bombs out of 10. And I washed it all down with that silky chocolate milk that's getting 9.1 flavor splashes out of 10. The customer service and the food was top notch. I definitely recommend checking out the original breakfast place next time you're in Erie, Pennsylvania. And until next time, I'm Denny Glasser, signing off on
Yeah, I mean, the place is just amazing. It's funny. Brent and I went in there for a meal the other day, and there's Tim Kuzma, was Mr. Capabianca, with Chuck Nelson, a couple other movers and shakers, and they were all sitting there and they weren't even talking about politics. They were just there they get together there, I think, on Fridays, and I'd have a big table, and they just all seem to get along, which we're supposed to be able to do. But let's see. Now this one gets a little dicey, because this one's going to irritate you a lot, and it should. Because the fleecing of America, Minnesota, but Somalis, on how much money they are ripping us off of out of our tax dollars. So Brenda, Somalia daycare.
Child care fraud scandal is rocking Minnesota. State officials are admitting they can't even afford to verify if daycares are real, while millions flow to facilities with no children in sight. Watch this.
This going back to 2013 with CCAP. This is where it started, but there's at least an annual site visit in there. In these 14 high-risk programs right now, Jason, site visits aren't even required in many cases. We actually had a recent jury conviction get overturned by a judge here in Minnesota, and in that case, a DHS investigator stated that, well, we couldn't go investigate it to find out that this business was just simply run out of a P.O. box and was legitimate. We can't afford to do that, but for some reason, we can now afford anywhere from $8 to $19 billion in fraud, but we can't afford to do site visits. And one of the funny videos you'll see out there recently is Nick Shirley coming to Minnesota, a learning center, except the problem in this case, and this is how you know these site visits aren't actually occurring, because on the side of the building it says Learning Center. They couldn't even spell Learning Center correctly. And that just goes to show how deep the fraud is and how people are unwilling to investigate it at all. It's absurd.
Did you catch that? A jury conviction overturned because investigators couldn't be bothered to check if a business was running out of a P.O. box. Now watch what independent journalist Nick Shirley found.
Children here in your child care?
Which child care, ma'am? Is a lot of
Minnesota Child Care right here. It's from the state of Minnesota's website. We're just wondering where the children are.
Where the children are?
Yeah, where are the children? It says you have 102 children here, and you got $2.66 million this year in funding, and $2.5 million last year. We're just wondering where the kids are.
And who are you?
My name's Nick Shirley.
Nick Shirley.
And where are you? Which department? That is harassment.
Oh, we are from ourselves.
Yeah.
Hello, we'd like to ask where the money's going. Look at that. Shut us down. Where are the children at? No children inside of this daycare center. And look at this daycare center right here. No children inside of this daycare center. But between those buildings, over $2.6 million. We're
$2.6 million for 102 children that don't exist. But Nick Shirley wasn't done. He tried to enroll his own son at these so-called daycares. Roll the tape.
I knocked on the door, and to my surprise, somebody actually answered the door.
Hello? Can we speak? I would like to check a child in the daycare. Can I speak to a manager? Where can I get paperwork to file for my son? I wanted to put my son Joey in daycare.
And after a few questions, the lady went silent.
Looks like little Joey Shirley ain't going to daycare here. And now where are we going?
Now we're going to Sweet Angel Child Care.
We're in the middle of a strip mall here inside of this neighborhood.
In fiscal year 2025, this facility, which has its license for 74 kids, was paid $1.26 million in tax money. And there are no kids, and all the facilities are the same way, all of them.
Let's see if anyone opens.
Yeah, let's see.
Once again, I try to find a spot for my son Joey, and they would not open the door.
I want to put my son Joey in daycare. Cuz I need a spot to put my son Joey.
Yes.
Is this your daycare center?
No, I work there. What's happened?
I just want to put a child in daycare, but all the daycare centers seem to be closed. No one's opening the doors.
You work here?
I was, yeah. What's happened?
Where are the kids?
Yeah?
It says it's licensed for 74 children. Right here, state of Minnesota. Where are the kids? They got paid $1.26 million in fiscal year 2025. It says they have a capacity for 74 children.
When?
Where are the kids? Right here. State of Minnesota website. You work here and you don't know?
I don't know. I was there before. I don't know what's going on.
Were there any kids when you worked here?
He's there. Kids there.
How many?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Yeah.
You worked here. Okay, well, then you're not of any help.
Can I put my son in a daycare here?
No, I don't know.
Can I speak to someone?
No, I don't know.
No? Yeah, I would like to see if I can put my son Joey here.
Who's his son, Joey?
My son Joey. Can I check out daycare center?
I'm my son. No! I'm the owner.
Do you
Empty buildings, fake enrollment numbers, millions in taxpayer money vanishing, and a state government that admits it cannot afford to check. Wake up, America. They're stealing your money in broad.
Yeah, I mean, that is so absolutely disgusting that they walk amongst us and they rip us off. They take our tax dollars, ship it to their third world country to finance events against us because we're so horrible. But by God, they sure don't mind taking our money. I would love to see them do this in another country. Do this in Russia. Go over to some country like Poland. Poland has like zero immigration problems, zero Muslim problems, zero Somali problems. These problems don't exist because they don't play this game. They really don't. And they're, I don't know, social, fascist, communist, whatever you want to call them. And that's what they do every day. They showed people trying to get through their border, and they weren't nicely arrested. They were not. I mean, it was a very, very forceful arresting. This one, if you're a little squeamish, ladies, I do apologize ahead of time. This is what's coming to our shores. This is what's coming to our country, our states, our cities, our neighbors, if they can have their way. And if you don't think they're not here digging their boots in, doing it, and you go online and do this research yourself. Don't believe me because I'm just a big meanie and out in the creek, showing my white privilege. About Sharia law. Here you go.
That she is punished and she is stoned to death. And according to the Sharia again, when it comes to women, there must be a hole dug in the earth, in the ground, and she must be covered up to the half of the body, so that her satar does not appear.
Now I don't know what world he living in, but it ain't no world that I'm familiar with where that shit is.
Yeah, and then it's just, oh yes, we're transparent, we're inclusive for everybody. Everybody that wants to bring these people here and not simulate to our culture, they want us to simulate to their culture. That ain't happening. I'm telling you right now. I mean, it's just not gonna happen. Yeah. Woo! This next guy, it's hard to get a video of his that we can air, even though we like to push the threshold a little bit on the show. We still try to be reasonable, get our point across, but not be, wow, this guy, you'll know who he is. He's running for Senate. He's a January 6er, and this guy don't play. So, Brenda, go ahead and go back to Somalia.
Go back to Somalia. This is a Christian country. We do not want the ideology shift that they're bringing. They're changing the very way of life that we know and love here, Nick, and it cannot stand. Americans are revolting. You see, there's about maybe 3 or 4 times as many people here, and the Islamic presence is much smaller here in Texas. You saw the way they surrounded us and tried to kill us in Dearborn, but here in Texas, Jesus is king. This is God's country, and we will stand against Islamification until our very last breath.
And what's the purpose of the pigs?
The pigs is a pure show. It's a demonstration. Bacon represents America. And also in the Bible, Jesus has given us the freedom. Anything that is eaten in the name of the Lord Jesus is made clean. God said, do not call profane what I have made clean. And so bacon and pigs are representation of America. And Islam can never coincide with our freedom. They would kill me in any majority Muslim country for simply even holding a pig, for simply even speaking my mind on this topic. So, we have freedoms here and we're going to exercise them, plain and simple.
I wish the best for both these young men because, boy, I tell you what, the left doesn't have the best track record when it comes to people they don't like. And they make it really crystal clear on how much they don't like us. And that's okay. But see, we're not allowed to dislike them because then we're just racist. But they don't like us, so that would be racist. They're hypocrites. The whole thing is absolute craziness. And we just keep allowing it to happen. Just keep voting blue. Vote blue no matter who. This is what you get. Just like everybody complaining about, oh my goodness, what's going on? Sorry, guys, you voted it in. You had the golden opportunity to clean slate the city of Erie. You chose not to. You chose not to. I mean, you chose this path. You voted it in, and your lack of getting out and voting sends a very crystal clear message on that. And I don't know what to tell you other than we need to do better. We as a party have dropped the ball, and we are going to pick that ball up and we're going to run. Now, just a friendly reminder here about what's going on from the People for Life. We had Tim on our show last time, and he did a press release explaining the Harkins-Mirsky-Bizarro that voted to remove all limitations to elective abortions up to full-term delivery. So, again, we have some serious things to talk about in the next election cycle. because the Three Stooges are up for re-election. Well, they come up every 2 years, so it's not easy. But you people need to stop voting these people in. I don't care if Bob Mercy's a nice guy and he's a good family guy and he gives money for the fire departments. His politics suck. And what he has said is crystal clear. He drew the line in the sand. You can get as many new park benches or pickleball courts for whoever you want, because all that stuff is just fluff. It's just, I'm going to say it, it's all bullshit, and it needs to stop. And we have the golden opportunity to stop these three dead in their tracks. It's up to us. If this is the kind of representation we want here in Erie County, maybe you're in the wrong town, because that doesn't fly. It really doesn't, and I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I mean what I say. I say what I mean. If you don't like it, shut the show off and go pound salt for all I care. Let's see. Go ahead. The next video, Brenda.
Here's a story of a lying lady who was scheming with a shady covenant. All of them were laundering money to Somalia to help their government. Here's a story of Tampon Timmy, who was busy letting riots burn his town. His whole team were crooks, stealing all together. The whole state's going down. Till the one day when this lady wed her brother, and the Targu stolen valor driving drunk, and their crew stole money from Minnesota. That's the way they all became the Somalia Bunch, the Somalia Bunch, the Somalia Bunch. That's the way they became the Somalia Bunch.
Now, for the guys you don't know, Mike Lindell, the pillow guy, is running for governor against Timmy. So you know what? Go to his website, drop him $10, or go to his website, buy some pillows or slippers or something. Support Mike. I mean, he is absolutely going to need our help. But that's a funny, but it's dead serious. I mean, Mike said he's going to run, and President Trump will back him. He's going to have a tough uphill battle, but I think it's doable because, Timmy needs to be in jail. I mean, you can't tell me that all this fraud, waste, and abuse went on. I mean, if it was $100, $50, $1,000, a couple grand here and there, it happens. It slept through the cracks. This is billions of dollars, billions of our tax dollars that are actually getting wasted. And they're scamming us, and they're laughing their asses off all the way to their third world country. Now, I did just a real quick, my pillow guy. You got to go buy a pillow. I know they're a little pricey, but man, they are worth it. And you're supporting a good team member. Wouldn't it be cool if I could get him on the show? God, that would be so cool. But yeah, I mean, what was it? Somalia. It's funny. You hear all these Somalian politicians. Oh, you don't understand. We America wouldn't be America if it wasn't for us. Well, just a quick history lesson. Next year, in a couple of days, is our 250th birthday. The Somalia was released from control in 1960? 1960. Somalia became Somalia. And what have they done? They've done nothing. And when they come here, they did the statistics on this. Over 80% of Somalians are on some type of federal government aid. They don't do anything. What do they do? All they do is just scam us, laugh at us, rip us off, and just keep voting them in. I watched this. She was a female Somalian senator from somewhere, and she's like, "You don't understand. Somalians, they helped build this country. Somalia's only been Somalia since 1960. Fact check me, please. Somebody Google it up." But I mean, according to that girl in the other room, I can't say her name because she'll start talking. That they came online about 1960. Now they've been around a long time, but they were controlled by other countries. So yeah, they didn't help build this country. They had nothing to do with the building of our country. And it's so funny to watch interviews of Somalians go, "You people have a lot of nerve because you're on stolen land." No, we're not stolen land. We conquered it. We bought it pretty cheap. Mexico was really willing to sell it to us really cheap, and the rest of it we kind of conquered. And have a nice day. So what do we got next?
Hey, Brian, specify who the girl in the other room is.
Oh, Alexa, that girl, Alexa, not Brenda. Because, I asked Alexa for quick questions, Is that good?
We have one last long video.
Oh, this is the judges. Oh, this is,
But this is so worth it.
Yeah, I got to tell you, if you're not a veteran, that's fine. You will still appreciate common sense judges that help veterans out for everything they've done. And if you don't walk away from this with not a tear in your eye, we need to talk, or you need counseling, because this stuff is pretty unbelievable. It's just especially the last segment. It's amazing. It's a couple of minutes long, but it's a good watch. So go ahead, Brenda.
They say no good deed goes unpunished. The city tried to charge him with unlicensed commerce for helping his neighbor. The judge wasn't having it.
They pushed a big pile right across her driveway. The woman is 80 years old, Judge. It was wet, heavy snow. She can't be out there digging the snow. I just cleaned it up so she could get out. I didn't ask for anything, Your Honor.
He was operating a commercial blade on a public road without a vendor permit or liability insurance. We can't have unvetted drivers working on city streets. If he hits a hydrant or a parked car, the city gets sued. It's a liability issue, Your Honor.
You cited him for, what was it?
Unlicensed commerce.
Did he get paid?
No, Your Honor.
No? Then he's just a neighbor digging out a mess the city made. The ticket is invalid.
A razor and a tie. But when he told the judge why he took them, he got an answer nobody was expecting.
Theft of goods under $20, a disposable razor, and a necktie.
I had a job interview, sir. I needed to look square.
You stole to get work? Son, I'm dismissing the charge, and the court fund is buying you a suit for that interview.
Aye, aye, sir.
4 men from a burning Humvee in Syria, but the judge's verdict made him cry.
Corporal Davis, you killed 4 men from a burning Humvee in Syria and were awarded the Silver Star. You came home to no support. For criminal trespassing while sleeping in a public park, this court dismisses all charges. You are ordered to immediate housing assistance. Your country failed you. Today we fix that.
He pulled 4 men from a
combat veteran was fined into bankruptcy by his HOA for installing a permanent wheelchair ramp. The HOA claimed it violated appearance rules, but everything changed when the judge reviewed federal disability law.
Your Honor, I was injured in combat and used a wheelchair. I needed a permanent ramp to enter my home. I requested approval and waited months, but received no help. So I installed the ramp myself. After that, they fined me repeatedly until I couldn't keep up.
The ramp did not meet uniform design standards and was installed without final approval, Your Honor. Permanent structural changes must comply with the bylaws, and the fines were issued under our enforcement policy.
You were informed of the veteran's disability and still impose penalties that denied him basic access to his home. That is totally illegal and unlawful. All fines are vacated, and the HOA is ordered to refund every dollar collected. Court is adjourned.
Fayetteville, North Carolina. Judge Lou Oliveira made headlines with an unusual decision.
You may be seated.
A few years ago, Joe Cerna was arrested for drunk driving. As part of his probation, he wasn't allowed to drink. So when he lied about a recent urine test, the judge felt he had no choice.
I gave Joe a night in jail because he had to be held accountable.
It was just one night. But as he entered the cell, Joe says he knew it would be one of the longest nights of his life.
When I walked into the jail cell and they closed the door behind me, I started feeling this anxiety.
It came back?
It came back. A flashback.
Retired Army Sergeant First Class Joe Cerna did 3 tours in Afghanistan and has 2 Purple Hearts to show for it. The Green Beret survived an IED and a suicide bomber. But he says his scariest moment was the night he was riding in a truck with 3 other soldiers.
What happened?
We were following the creek, and the road gave way. And the vehicle went in the creek.
Truck started filling with water?
Yeah. All hope was lost.
Trapped and unable to move, Joe felt the water rising, past his legs, then waist and neck, until finally it stopped at his chin.
How many guys got out of that truck?
Alive?
Yeah.
Just me. I was a sole survivor.
Joe says it still haunts him.
So I suffer from PTSD.
Among his issues, a fear of being in small, cramped places.
I knew what Joe was going through, and I knew Joe's history, and he had to be held accountable, but I just felt I had to go with him. I felt I had to go with him.
And so, a few minutes after Joe was locked up, Judge Lou Oliveira surprised the man he sent to jail by joining him for the entire night.
We ate meatloaf, and we talked about a lot of things.
We talked about our families.
And the walls got further apart?
The walls just got, they didn't exist anymore. He brought me back to North Carolina from being in a truck in Afghanistan. That meant so much to me, sir.
I know.
This week, Joe promised the judge no more mess-ups.
I don't want to let you down, ever.
It's not how law and order usually works.
Right, sir.
But sometimes jail is not what a man needs. Sometimes the best sentence
Love you. I love you.
is compassion.
Thank you for breathing me.
Steve Hartman.
All right, everybody, just go grab a tissue. I'll give you a minute to catch up. Because, I mean, you know, stories like this just really don't get traction. But obviously it was a good story. I don't know anybody that lives in an HOA. And if you live in an HOA, I feel sorry for you because you get everything you deserve. You bought a beautiful house, beautiful neighborhood, but they tell you when you can fart and when you cannot fart. And absolutely unbelievable that these HOA thugs actually would go after a disabled veteran that was injured while protecting the freedoms that we embrace every day. It just blows my mind. I don't know how these people sleep at night. I don't know how they look each other in the mirror. It's absolutely disgusting. So if you live in an HOA, bless your heart. Make sure you don't have too many shrubs, or you have your driveway not painted the right way, or you got to get permission to change your mailbox. Hey, knock yourself out. That's not freedom, man. It's really not. If I want to put a porch, it's no big deal. Go to the township. Hey, I'm going to build a porch. Hey, you got some plans? Sure, here you are. Scratch them out. Have a nice day. And that's the way it should be. Now, when you do commercial buildings, okay, you got codes, you got building codes you got to adhere to. Totally understand that. But it's my house. And if I want to put a porch or a ramp on it, the guy did what he had to do. And the judge, and that last judge absolutely gets it. Letter of the law, spirit of the law. He didn't have to do that. And it was funny because if you really paid attention, when the judge was walking down the hall, he handed his robe to one of the people walking with him. So it wasn't just like he's like, well, I will go down there and hang out. He literally got off of work with his robe on, went down there, took his robe off, and hung out with the kid. That's why we try to do nice stories, not all bad stories. We had some really, really ugly stuff that's going on in this country. If we don't pay attention, if we don't get out and vote, we don't change the direction, we are in a lot of trouble. We're already in trouble. I don't know if we can fix it, and especially when you have, the three musketeers, three stooges running around saying they represent us, absolutely horrible human beings. I mean, go ahead, Bob. You want to call me names, whatever, dude. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me, because you know what? It's called the First Amendment, and you are my representative, and you are not representing me. And you might represent a couple of whack jobs in the city of Erie that got you elected, and all your buddies in Harrisburg that gerrymandered the election guidelines and the lines, so you could absolutely take over. You know what? We're done. You want war? We'll give it to you. And you know what? There's an old saying that we used to use along in the military. Sometimes the pen is mightier than the sword. And if we don't get out and vote and get people registered to vote and get people off their backsides and vote, people like Bob Mursky are just going to keep winning, and we're going to keep losing. Ryan Bizzarro, he runs around unchecked, calls people racist and names because we don't like soccer. And, Mr. Perk himself, Harkins, has ripped us off year after year after year of taking all the perk nickels and dimes that he can. and no one ever no one ever challenges him because it's a heavy D area, and we get it. It's the math. You're not in the past. You wouldn't get any support from the Republican Party. Those days are done and over with. We will change the direction of the Republican Party. It is changing as we speak. Every time I get a call from Kim on the update of the list, we are absolutely coming in for a landing with 100 new committee people. You know what? We are going to be in charge of the Republican Party through our voting, through the power of the pen. And you know what? You think we're bluffing? We're not bluffing. We are going to do this. We are doing it. There's a plan in place. Every day is a recruitment. You got Caleb out there from with Scott Pressler and Turning Point USA folks out there every day working hard. Even though we can't get out and do all the fun stuff, we are sitting at home online, talking to people, taking phone calls and emails, doing the show, having people come in here. If you want to join the local Republican Party, Kim, get a hold of her and then get her name and some information, and we will get you on the list. We will help you get elected to your district. It's real simple. 10 votes, 10 signatures to get a petition, 10 votes. After the primary, you're on committee and you have the power. Your voice will be heard crystal clear. You got her? Scott Pressler is amazing. Absolutely. We've had him on the show. I actually have his interview on my website. My website's scrolling across the bottom. We're building that website every week. We add more stuff, new videos. The show gets uploaded to it. We're seeing nice traction. We're going to spread our wings to Substack. And we are growing thanks to you. And then we got to get people to like, share, get out, vote, do all this fun stuff. Other than that, I think we're going to go ahead and bring this thing in for a landing. It was a fun show on a nice to be here on a Sunday night. We will be here Wednesday, one more Wednesday night show, and then we go back to my regular schedule. I have to go back to do my job that I can't talk about. Cannot confirm or deny. Not allowed to. And then we will be coming in on our Sundays at 7 as our new home, and that's fine. I think it's a good time, especially when the weather's crappy outside. We get that. I really am. I was in the protest with Charlie Kirk. All right. I mean, and this is what we need. We need people, boots on the ground. That's why we call it boots on the ground with Brian Shank. It's an old military term. Is when soldiers deploy somewhere. That's when they refer to it as boots on the ground. We are boots on the ground here in Erie County. The haters hate it. They're like, oh, Shank and boots on the ground. Whatever, dude. I don't care. I mean, I was going to put my hate video up tonight, but we just had so many good videos we wanted to play. We can only do 10. Because of the storage and the way Restream works. Other than that, I think that's it. Any last closing statements, arguments, whatever? Type them in now or forever hold your peace. Yes, with my sons. Yes, we met out there at the flag waving thing. Good boys. We appreciate them and having them brought up properly. Get them involved. Get them to vote. Get them to join the committee. As long as you're 18, it's one meeting a month, and then a couple events during the year, and your vote does make a difference, and every vote counts. And where there's so few of us, you think about it, 1 or 2 votes makes the difference on a change and our future and your son's future, the grandchildren's future. And if we don't get it right, we're not going to have an Erie County. We're not going to have a Pennsylvania. This country, they are after Donald Trump and J.D. Vance every single day. Every day they try a new hate tactic that just doesn't stick, or some new buzzword, some evil buzzword to get Trump and J.D. It's not working, boys. Try again. What was it? I read this thing. The Democrats had to take out a loan because they're so broke. The Democrat Party itself is so broke because they just spend money. Their approval ratings down below 20%. We're winning, and don't feed into the propaganda from the news machines saying that, oh yeah, no, that's not true. It is true. Just do your research. Go ahead and play that outro, Brenda, please.
never been clear. Take a good look in the mirror, and tell me what you see. They throw their stones to silence people, build up their walls to celebrate evil. Destructions are what they seek, and they got their man Charlie. But like an avalanche rolling downhill, like a fighter imposing his will, an army is born. Like the force of a tsunami wave, rising up, going boldly in faith. We cried and we mourned, but now this is war. One bullet, one shot, but don't be mistaken. They took out a life, but united a nation, and we are not afraid. We rise up against those demonic forces who kill and destroy, but forgot who our Lord is. Standing strong and brave, the sleeping giant waves. Like an avalanche rolling downhill, like a fighter imposing his will, an army is born. Like the force of a tsunami wave, rising up, going boldly in faith. We cried and we mourned, but now this is war. They took out someone, a dead husband and son, because of his views and his faith. They thought they had won, no idea what they've done. Now they're lying in the bed that they've made. They took out someone, a dead husband or son, because of his views and his faith. They thought they had won, no idea what they've done. Now they're lying in the bed that they've made, and they created a martyr that day. Like an avalanche rolling downhill, a prize fighter imposing his will, an army is born. Like the force of a tsunami wave, rising up, going boldly in faith. We cried and we mourned, but now this is war. Like an avalanche rolling downhill, a prize fighter imposing his will. He lived without fear. Oh, like the force of a tsunami wave, rising up, going boldly in faith. It won't disappear. Now the whole world hears, so let me be clear. Charlie, we got it from here.
All right, everybody, thanks for coming out on this Sunday night. We will see you Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Again, a special thank you to Brenda for everything she does to make this show happen. Trust me, it's her magical fingers on the keyboard and her editing skills that makes it all great. I can sit here and talk, but she is the one that keeps it all together. She's the glue. I'm just the guy that talks and does stuff. But there's some stuff, some videos coming out. We sit here laughing as I'm watching the outro. Again, thank you. We never say really thank you to the band 814. They're the ones that actually wrote and recorded this song. And they re-released it. And then they were at the Charlie Kirk Vigil at Perry Square. And then they broke this song. And I said, can I please use this song for the outro? They said it would be our honor. So again, a special thank you to the band 814 and Dave and all his crew that put that song together for us. I will see you guys and gals and patriots on Wednesday at 8 o'clock. Like we always say, Shank out.